So it's been a while. Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now I know it's been a while, I'm sorry, I always say this, I always say I'm gonna get back into this, but I never actually do, so I'm not even gonna lie to you and say I'm definitely gonna be back. This is just a video that I'm gonna be doing. I'm hopefully gonna be filming some stuff over the next few days, weeks, months, years. Today, I'm gonna be doing what's in my camera bag. I asked on Instagram what you guys wanted to see, and people came back and said they'd love to see it. So I thought I'd do it. I'm going away tomorrow for like possibly 2 weeks to Kenya and some other places. Predominantly Kenya. Now Kenya's gonna be sick. It's honestly gonna be once in a lifetime. So I'm gonna share as much content from that as I can. I don't know what I can and can't share from that trip, so that will all be to come soon. I'm gonna show you what's in my camera bag / box and kind of everything else that has to go along with it before I even think about taking clothes or anything. And most of the time that I travel, I try and travel with just hand luggage because I hate checking a bag in, which basically gives me literally no space for clothes because all my space is taken up with kit. But there has been some recent developments that have completely changed that, so I'm gonna get onto that very shortly. Anyway, let's do this. So at the base of every good what's in my bag video, I guess you gotta start with the bag, or in my case, box. I've got this beast here, the Pelly case, 1535 Air. It's specifically made for planes. It's hand luggage size, it's beautiful. I've not actually used it yet. I was using a Class Olson alternative, which costs like 70 quid, just to see whether I got on with it, because I used to use a rucksack. So I used to use a Lowy Pro bag. I hated carrying stuff on my shoulders, it just gave me a really bad back. So I moved on to cases, more protection, more convenient. I could have all my gear nicely laid out, easy access. I will unpack this, go through what I'm taking with me to Kenya, why it's in my camera box in the first place, and then you guys get a gist of how much kit I'm actually taking in this box with me. And then I'll go through all my peripherals and everything like that. So first of all, as we open it up onto the top, I'm sorry I can't show you this. My setup's not great enough, the lighting's shocking, and I've only got a small camera. On the top, you've got the base plate for the Ronin S with a screw already in it. You can leave the screws in it, and to be honest, I would prefer to leave the screws in it because that way they don't get lost. It just keeps your gear a bit safer. You've also got the battery grip for the Ronin S. I probably should charge that at some point before we fly to Kenya. And you've got the tripod mount for the Ronin S. So there is also space on top because I've added the padding and the excess padding over the top of all the gear, so it kind of creates like a second layer, which is also really good, which you don't get with the phone case. This is the 1DX charger. It is the same size as my head. That is crazy, but it does enable you to charge 2 batteries at once, and to be honest, I would prefer to have batteries that are charged than not charged. Then we start to dismantle the Velcro just so that we can get underneath. Next up, there is a small little corner space, which I just keep this in. This has got the screwdrivers, everything you need for the Ronin S. Next up, under the corner segment where all of that stuff is laying on top of, we actually have the Ronin S body itself. This folds up really neat. I did try and work out if I could put it in a pluck apart phone case. It would have been a bit too inconvenient. I was also thinking about strapping it to the outside of my rucksack, but I mean, you don't really want to strap 600 quid to the outside of your rucksack, especially when you're walking around in a really dusty environment. Then we'll move on to the lenses. So one of my prime lenses that I love using, that I carry pretty much everywhere with me, is my 14mm 2.8 manual from Samyang. Now, it's a really, really weird focal length. I know a lot of people absolutely hate shooting on it. It's frustrating because it's manual, but I guess because it's so wide, it's really, really hard to not even get stuff in focus anyway. Really, really beautiful lens, and it's really unique. I don't really see many people shooting on stuff this wide. So next up is one of my favourite lenses of all time. This is literally pretty much lives on my body. It is the beast of a lens. That is a 35mm 1.4. It was the first lens I ever owned. It's so good, in fact, that I've recommended it to pretty much everyone I know, and they've pretty much gone and bought it. Especially in fashion and portraiture, this is just a beast of lens. Really, really well made. This is, you have to buy a lens. Get this. So my primary shooter as of current is the 1DX Mark II. It's a beast of a camera. I've had it now for about 7 months. This is my body of choice. It's so rugged. I've dropped it, it bounced. The battery life is insane. That is just, you just can't. We've got spare battery, but obviously that's just gonna sit down the side of this case. This is my 50mm 1.8. It is a beautiful lens. It's really, really small. I'll throw this in if need be. If not, it's not gonna be the end of the world. Finally, my absolute beast and baby of a lens, this. The Canon 7200 2.8 Mark II. yeah, USM L series lens. It is a heavy lens, it is a girthy lens, it is a big lens. It's like the same weight as my 1D. It's I think near 2 kilograms worth of lens. It is absolutely stunning. With the wildlife we're going to be shooting, I can't wait to actually put this through its paces. Last time I went to Kenya, I had literally my 50mm. So this is going to be so welcome. So then on top of all of that, I'm also going to be taking my Sony RX100 Mark III, which is here, what I'm vlogging this on. This, hopefully I'll be daily vlogging or like vlogging the whole trip, and I'll be filming this on this. It's on a Joby GorillaPod Pro, the metal one, just for extra stability, because you can never be too stable. And then on top of that, yeah, you've got the 1DX charger, which I've already shown you. I mean, the imperative bit of kit that everyone needs is their passport. Mine is a bit battered and bruised. I'm also going to be taking a GoPro Hero 4 Black, just for like the helicopter and stuff like that. Be really sick just to have first person point of view. On top of that, I've got adapters. These two are, this is my CFast adapter, this is my CF adapter and SD card adapter. This is a USB adapter, because I've got a Mac. I've also got a range of mounts for my GoPro. I've got 2 portable batteries. I've got a MacBook Pro 15-inch, which I do all of my editing on. And then this is probably the best piece of kit I can recommend for traveling in general, even if you're not a creative. These are the Bose SoundLink Bose Quiet Comfort 2s, 35s, I don't know. 35s, whatever they are, they're the wireless Bose sound noise cancelling headphones. Absolutely banging. You just bung them on your head, you can zone out for however long the flight is, have no interruptions at all, and honestly, they are unreal. And then I guess finally, or coming to a close anyway, we've got hard drives. So I'm probably going to take this one as my primary drive. This one is my secondary one, which I just leave in the hotel and then, lodge, and then at the end of every day back up onto this one, and throughout I'll be backing up into this one. So I have 2 copies of everything. Also, don't carry your hard drives on you at all times. If you're going to be taking 2 hard drives, always leave one in a safe place at your hotel and take one with you. That way, if your hotel room gets broken into, you don't lose everything. If your bag gets broken or lost, you don't lose everything. Best way to do it. Traveling with Matt. Rucksack wise, what I tend to travel with, I tend to have a couple of different setups for traveling. Normally I tend to take this bag with me everywhere. It's my douche bag, Hugger 30 litre in white. It does get dirty quite easily, so it's not ideal, but I do absolutely love this bag. I adore it. It's so good because this bit opens up completely here. You just get massive access. Or alternatively, if I fancy standing out a bit more, I've got this North Face duffel bag, which I got at the Pinnacle Project in Manchester. The only downside to it is it's not got a laptop compartment, so my laptop just has to sit against this back pocket here on the inside. So it's just not quite as well protected, and it's not got as many little different pockets that I can store like my passport in and things like that. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, be sure to leave a like rating. I'm going to try and do as much content as I can this year. If there is anything you would like to see, whether that's photography, videography, or my new job related, then please do let me know. I will try and vlog this weekend as well, but I can't promise anything. Anyway, guys, in the meantime, make sure to stay active on my Instagram at MattGLPittman, and until next time, you've been awesome. I've been Matt, and we'll see you guys soon.